Y'all do not care about that. I don't know why I'm telling you all this. Okay, anyway, the books. All I know is there is a very fine black man on this cover. I'm here on my knees, baby, please believe. Simply not feeling the chemistry. I'm not buying it. This is $9. I don't want to talk about it. No, I don't want to talk about it. The tables have turned. Wait. I keep filming all these unboxing clips and I don't even know what video I'm putting this in. Probably put this in 24-hour readathon, so yeah, I just wanted to open this with y'all. I like opening my books with y'all. Well, we got another package. More books. Both of these are by indie authors, but this is Crave by Shay Sanders. I saw this on IG. Some of the girls was talking about it. The paper is giving traditionally published, but I think this is indie because I don't see any publishing house on here. Oh, I'm seeing some of the tags in here. I don't want to see too much, but all I saw was reverse harem in there, so I'm ready to pick her up, you know what I'm saying? I'm ready to pick her up. I didn't want to read too many of the tags because I wanted it to be a surprise. Y'all. This might be the finest book that I own. This might be the finest book in my collection. Like, look at that. Look at that. Y'all. I've been wanting to pick this book up, but it was $31 and I simply was not. I've never read anything by this author. I needed it to go down and it went down to I think like 23. Thank you. Oh, it has trigger warnings. Damn, hella trigger warnings. Lord. Okay, I ain't gonna read them because I don't want to get spoiled. I didn't realize it was gonna be this cover. When I thought of this book, I thought the cover was gonna do that, like ashy, like this. I thought it was gonna be like this, like that. You know, it's not ashy, but it's like a matte, yeah. I thought it was gonna be a matte cover, but shiny will do. I would have preferred matte because I think it would have looked better, but ooh. It's called Luca. I think Gray Huffington is the author. Okay, I'm not reading synopsis. I don't want to know. It's a romance book, and it says, "It's your world. I just live in it." Period. It's gonna get read. The corner's bent a little bit, but I'm done playing with Amazon. They be pissing me off. Probably would have bent that at some point anyway, but. These are the two books, y'all. See, this one has the matte finish. I definitely thought this cover was going to be like that. I did not expect it to be shiny. And the other cover for the second book also is really gorgeous. So I really hope I like this. And that's it. I haven't even started this vlog yet, but I'm going to put this in the clip for y'all to see. So, bye. Hello. I'm coming to you live as Morticia Adams. I just came back from work. We had a Halloween costume thing going on. So, you know, I had to dress up. It was a necessary thing. Like it was against my religion to not dress up for a Halloween contest. So here I am in all my glory. I wanted to pick something that was comfortable because I was going to be at work for a while, and I'm home early. Usually, like my schedule, I get home at like 5 to 6:30 at night. I leave at 4:45 a.m. and by the time I come back home, it's between 5 to 6:30. After the work and gym thing, it's crazy. But right now, I'm home and it's just before 2 o'clock. I left work early. I still got my 8 hours in, but I simply have way too much to do my normal routine. And I would rather get those things rolling now so that I have an umpteen amount of time to read, because this is the start of a 24-hour readathon. I feel like it's been a while since I've done a 24-hour readathon, and this one's gonna be my first time doing it with a timer. I was thinking about doing this a couple years ago, never did it, and now it's like a huge trend on BookTube, and I'm just like, bruh, I should have did that. I have no idea what I'm gonna read. I really want to do like a romance 24-hour readathon, but at the same time I want to read fantasy. So it's like, should I do both? Because I feel like if I put a poll up, you guys always are going to pick KU, you're always going to pick romance, and I'm always going to want to read fantasy. So I feel like I should just do a mashup. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to shop my shelves. I'm going to see what I'm feeling, see what I feel like reading. I know what romance books I want to read. So I know for sure what romance books I'm going to read, and then I will come back to you guys. Okay, so give me 1 second. So I just shopped my shelves, and these are the books I'm feeling. I feel like I might be a little bit insane for thinking that I'm going to read all of these books. But you know what? Why not be ambitious? I feel like I'm out of my mind. Looking at this stack is making me question if this is a good idea. But this is only going to spread out probably for the entire weekend, which is why I'm starting it today, which is Friday. I'm going to spread it out all the way until Sunday so that we can get 24 hours timed within the weekend. Y'all do not care about that. I don't know why I'm telling you all this. Okay, anyway, the books. So the books that I want to read, I figured I would grab 2 romance books and 2 fantasy books. Now, let's start with the romance. So the romance books that I have her is Crave by Shay Sanders, and I've kind of gone on a Shay Sanders binge. I've basically read all of her backlist. Like, I literally am going through every single book she's ever written and just reading all of them. And so far, she can do no wrong. A couple of the books are not my favorites, but so far so great. I think I've read like 7 of her works, and it's been going phenomenal. So I ended up buying this book because I saw a couple of the girlies talking about it on Bookstagram, so I wanted to snatch this one up. You know, I stay away from spoilers. Anytime I see or hear a hint of a book that I want to read and a booktuber or a book creator is talking about it, I don't listen because they give too much away. But the only, you know, whisperings I've heard about this book is that it's a reverse harem. And judging from the cover, looks like she's in the music industry or something like that, so, or a performer. So that's what I know about this book. I don't know much. I'm not reading the back. I want to go into it blind. That's number 1. Number 2, we have Luca, which I did unbox this, but I wasn't filming for any type of video, so I might end up I might have put it in this vlog because I wasn't filming for any specific video. I have no idea what this book is about. I don't even know the tag words for it. All I know is there is a very fine black man on this cover, and that's all I need to know. I simply don't need to know anything else. Yes, that's it. I've never read anything about this author before. I don't know any of the tag words, so I can't even tell you what this is about, but from my understanding, it's a KU book. I physically needed this book in my hand, so I'm hoping it goes well. So that's what we have for romance. And then for fantasy, we have these 2 girlies. Oh, wow. I had the nerve to put tabs in this. Like, I was so sure I was going to read this. How long have these been in here? That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing because I never read this book. Okay. Anyway, we move on. We have Beast Made of Prey, which is, this is an arc. So I feel like maybe I should pick up the finished copy because the new cover, what's going on with the lighting here? Why are you whitewashing me? Okay, the lighting's weird. I do apologize, but I feel like I should probably pick up the finished copy. This was my first ever arc that I had ever received as a creator, so it holds a special place in my heart. But I love the new covers, so I kind of want to go pick that up. No clue what this is about either. I think it has something to do with like dreams, nightmares, or something like that. I'm so sorry. These synopses are ass, but it's okay. We Are the Origin. I've been wanting to read this book for so long, and I just love this cover. I don't really know what this is about. I remember hearing Jesse talking about it on their channel, and since then I simply have no thoughts. My head is empty. I don't remember what it's about, but the cover, she serves. I kind of want to go into this blind too. All in all, we have a blind TBR. We literally have a 3 blind mice TBR because I don't know what any of these books are about. The closest one I knew anything about was this book. Everything else, no thoughts, head empty. I'm really excited though because it's been a while since I've done a 24-hour readathon. So it'll be cool to just like read. I remember back in the day, like the OGs used to do 24-hour readathons and literally try to stay up for 24 hours. I'm simply not doing that. I have to work tomorrow, so we're not doing that. But that used to be fun. That used to be so fun to try to stay up. But I want to like know what I'm reading. Just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because you know how you're so tired you cannot pay attention. I don't want that to happen. I want to be fully awake, fully immersed in these and do some sprints and just get these books cracked down on. You know what I'm saying? So this is the TBR we have here. 3 blind mice TBR. Period. And that's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna do some reading. We're gonna do some hanging out. Y'all know I love to take y'all with me everywhere. So if I do anything this weekend, I'm gonna take y'all with me, of course. So let me charge my camera battery in advance. I will see you guys once I get everything I need to get done today. Then I can crack into some reading. Oh child, it has been many hours since I've last spoke to you guys. It's already so late. It's just crazy to me how fast time flies. But basically I just cleaned my entire house. I budgeted, I paid bills, I wrote my grocery list. So all of the adulting things that I need to get done, I got done. But it's just something about a clean house, because like during the week I tidy up, I pick stuff up, but when you really clean it and you sweep and you vacuum and you spray and you got the candles going, it's just something about a clean house that just does it for me every time. So whole house is clean, grocery list is written, bills are paid, Amazon orders are proceeded to checkout, and it's currently almost 7 o'clock. Did I expect this to take 5 hours? No. Did it? Yes, absolutely. That's just, time flies when you're doing shit you don't want to be doing, but it's all a part of adulting. It is what it is. I am going to go and get some reading done. I'm thinking like 3 hours. I really want to crack into a book. I think the book that I'm going to start with is Crave, because I feel like that'll be something that I can easily read. And I love the way Shay Sanders writes. So I feel like if I pick that one up as the start of this 24-hour readathon, it'll just be an ode to success. Like, I feel like the book Luca, I really need to like, I feel like it's gonna need more from me. I feel like Shay's book, I'll be able to just start and really get into it within these next like 3 hours. You know what I'm saying? Kick this 24-hour readathon off right, and then head to bed because I have to work tomorrow. But we're gonna get as much reading done as we can today. And I will see you guys in the next clip. Bye. I wish I never told you I feel so close to us. Your hands still stay with colored dust. I'm shot from all your brokenness. Still wish I never told you I feel not love. But is this love? Is this love? But is this love? Keep you close to me. But is this love? Is this love? But is this love? See my I got my glasses on, but it is what it is, y'all. I'm in the bed, my favorite place to be when it comes to reading, and I am 36 pages into Crave, and so far it's good. We just had a first kiss between our main character and one of the guys. So basically, Mrs. Fallen, the main character, her name is Sky, and she's a college professor that's like, she's either moving or like regathering her life. I think she's just like, I don't know. She ends up not getting the house that she was trying to get. Something went wrong, and then she ends up going to this Airbnb, and there's these guys there, and they end up being this group, this R&B group that she grew up listening to. So like New Edition or Temptations or One Direction, BTS, like the boy group. So like an R&B boy group that she grew up listening to ends up renting the same townhouse that she's staying at for the Airbnb, and she basically just got introduced to them, and right now she's cooking breakfast and she ended up kissing one of them. But like, I'm not feeling the chemistry. Like, I'm simply not feeling the chemistry. I'm not buying it. Maybe when we get a little bit deeper into the book, we'll see how that goes. But as of right now, I'm just like, they kiss, and I was like, it was so unexpected, because it was like there was a like small tension, but like I said, I'm only on page 35, so I'm just like, okay. But just the way it happened, it was like, okay. It kind of was just like abrupt in a way, but yeah, you know, it is what it is. But we're gonna read some more. Probably gonna, I'm trying to read for 4 hours, but I don't think I'm gonna last that long. So my goal is 2 hours, and if I get to 4, that would be great, but I highly doubt it. So I'll check back in with you guys once I read some more, but that's where we're at right now. I'll check in with you guys a little bit later. Bye. Yeah, so I left work early yesterday. I didn't really leave early. I just left. I usually leave at 3:30. I left at 1:30. And I forgot to ask if we were going to be working today, because some days we work Saturdays, some days we don't. I forgot to ask, and I went to work and nobody was there. Luckily, I work literally like 10 minutes away from my house, so it was no sweat. But nobody was there. So I'm literally up right now. It's 5 a.m. I'm up, and everything I have to do, I can't do because all of those stores are closed. Really, all I have to do is grocery shop and get Doll and Peb's stuff. So I can't do any of that because none of those stores are open. We started off rocky. I'm not gonna lie, I only read for like, I wanna say an hour and 15 minutes last night. I was trying to read for at least 4 hours, but the thing is, my favorite place to read is my bed. And that's also my downfall, because I fall asleep very, 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 very easily. So I was reading 1 second, and the next second I know, it was lights out. So I only read for like an hour and 15 minutes. So really, this is a blessing in disguise. Like, really, this is my opportunity to get some reading done. I'm gonna shoot for like 6 hours. Like, we're trying to get in some reading time. Crave, I'm like under 50 pages in, and I don't know, I'm really not feeling the chemistry. Maybe I need to read a little bit more, but I'm really just not feeling the chemistry. Like, Shay Sanders, she really is good at having really strong characteristics in her characters, and I'm seeing that right off the bat. But like, the chemistry, where is she? This is supposed to be a reverse harem. But let me not talk too much, because I'm literally less than 50 pages in, so I need to relax. But I need to read a little bit more of that. I really want to pick up a fantasy book, but I'm trying to push through with this one. I'm trying to push through. So I'm gonna read some more of that once I get this video uploaded. But I'm up so early. I'm up so early, and I can actually do something that I want to do. I can actually read. Wow. After I like grocery shop and all that stuff, whatever, I'm supposed to go out to eat with my mother later on today. So I figured, like, once the day actually gets started, I would go read at a library as well. I think I'm gonna read at my desk so I don't set myself up to fall back asleep if I get in my bed. Yeah, we're just trying to be productive right now. Like, we have the time. I wish I had an energy drink so that I could just really push through, but I might make some tea and just get into the vibes. It's time. I'm excited. I'm so happy that I'm up this early and I can like read. This is like amazing. But we started off rocky, but we're gonna reel it back in. We're gonna get it back to where it needs to go. So I will see you guys in the next clip. I wish I never told you why I feel so close to us. Your hands still stain with colored dust. I'm shot from all your broken glass.
Still wish I never told you I feel not love. But is this love? Is this love? But is this love? Keep you close to me. But is this love? Is this love? But is this
Dog gotta be right in the mix, I swear. Look at her. Trying to hide and blend in.
Guess it's sad about trying life for me. Is it better that you hurt than I? Cause the weather it determines my world. Was there ever any wasted time to be? But is this
Breakfast for champions. I got some cookies, I got some tea, and I got a banana. Just needed something to snack on. I cannot read without some type of food, okay? Okay, so I feel like I've been reading forever, but it's only been... I've only been reading for 2 hours because I kept the timer going from last night. So I'm currently on 3 hours and 37 minutes reading. It is 9:45, so it's still really early. I'm probably not gonna leave the house until 12 because I want to get as much reading done as possible. And I'm currently on page 138, so I've gotten way more read in this book, and I'm feeling it more. I think I wasn't really liking it that much in the beginning as far as like the chemistry, because the first group member that we were introduced to in Crave, his name is Angelo, and he's like a little bit of an asshole, and he kind of is like rude, and I usually don't mind that, but he's like, here you go Pebs, but he's like obnoxious rude, and I just be like, I just wasn't feeling him. And like a lot of like the kissing scenes were like really abrupt, and I'm like, okay, I know we're moving it along quickly, but like relax, like slow down. But basically she's had scenes with all of the characters. I think there's 4 of them. So there's Angelo, there is Jamal, there's Matt, and then there's G. So Matt is the only one in the group that's married, so he's like not partaking, and I really like it because like he also has a part in the book, because it's like he talks about his family, he talks about his wife and stuff, and it's like he just is a very loyal guy. It's nice to see, like, you know, the little married guy that's like not cheating, you know what I'm saying? Like it's nice to see it in this book, and he's like very proud of his family and his kids and his wife and stuff like that, because all these characters are older. I think they're all between, I want to say like 32 to 37. I think the oldest one is 37, so they're all in their 30s. But Matt, yeah, he's the only one that's married. Angelo, they call him Low, he's kind of like the asshole in the group. G is like the writer, he's very soft, he's very sweet, he's like the pretty boy. And then Jamal has dreads, and he's like he's my favorite. He's my favorite. Okay, he's the one that's like kind of like got a little hood in him, you know what I'm saying? He's my favorite. Jamal's my favorite. I like G and I like Matt. I think the only one that's like my least favorite is Low. And there's been a couple of scenes. We done got a hot tub scene, we got some action. This group, they were in like a boy group growing up, and they ended up breaking up, and now they're basically on like this reunion tour. So they're basically coming together to do like a final hurrah, but they're also trying to come up with new music because they're thinking about staying together as a group. So it's really interesting, because I feel like a lot of groups from like back in the day, like the R&B groups and stuff like that, were slowly starting to come back together once they got older. So it's kind of interesting to see like the hardships they have as a group, and just them butting heads and how they get over it. And it's just cool. I like seeing all the personalities. I really enjoy this because it's different. I don't think I've ever read a book that had like a musical group aside from like Daisy Jones and the Six. So it's cool to see like this group coming back together and doing everything they can to be successful in this reunion. I'm really enjoying that. So she's a writer and she's like a professor, so she has things she has to write about on the specific website. So we're looking at her hardship. She also has like a past, has a child that she does not have custody of. So it's just cool the way like all of their like life and situations and things that they have going on are peppered in the book. It's different. I'm enjoying it. And they basically have propositioned her to basically be with all of them because they don't want anything to go wrong in their reunion, and they already see obviously that all of them like her aside from Matt. All of them like her, so to stop anything from turning into like drama, they've given her a proposition. So that's where I'm at right now. It's really good. I like the pacing of it. The pacing was a little bit weird with like their interactions at first, but now it's starting to flow together better. So I'm gonna do another 2-hour little sprint. I'm enjoying just being able to sit here, relax, and read. It's been very nice, very relaxing. I'll check in with you guys later. Bye. On the crock pot, probably not the best idea. I'm about to have breakfast. I'm just waiting on these sweet potato fries that I just put in the oven. We are currently at 5 hours and 36 minutes and I have 100 pages left in Crave, so I'm going to finish that when I come back. I just want to take a little break and eat some breakfast. So I made a bagel. I put a runny egg on it with Parmesan cheese and smoked salmon and onions, and I put some of this like chipotle chili sauce on it. So this is about to be fire. I toasted my bagel in the air fryer because you can do anything with an air fryer. And let's talk about Crave. Like, it's about to get good because so far it's kind of been like, should I move closer to the light? Do y'all care? So anyway, it's about to get good because, so basically there's 3 guys that she's dealing with. One of them, his name is Matt, and he's married, and she hasn't been dealing with him. But I don't know, I was feeling kind of strong in the beginning about Matt and him not being intrigued by her, but I don't know. I don't know. He hasn't tried her or anything, but I hope it doesn't take that route. I really hope it doesn't, because he seemed like such a family man. He seemed so nice. But she's basically dealing with 3 guys, and it is G, Lo, and Jamal. Those are the 3 guys that she's dealing with in the group. And it's kind of been like she's been having let me take my fries out. So basically she kind of just been dealing with the guys one-on-one. She hasn't really had like there hasn't been any scenes with all of them together, but the further we get into the book, the more we're tapping into that. And it's about to be a scene where it's like all of them together, and I was like, let me stop, this is perfect. It puts me right at 100 pages left, and a big scene is about to happen. I have a couple errands I have to run, so I don't want to, if I keep reading, I'm not gonna stop because it's good. She's writing this so well, because it's like she's mixing in their past, their stories, their goals, their characteristics, everything all together in a short amount of time. Like, she's not dragging this out. I feel like in a way it's kind of reminding me of like Kennedy Ryan's writing, where she adds like a lot of sabotage and small life inconveniences and hardships into her romances, but it's not as long. Like, this book is literally 325 pages, and she's mixing in like 5 different personalities, 5 different backgrounds, and it's really well done. Really enjoying it. So I'm excited to read more of it. Apparently there's a second book, so I'm gonna have to pick that one up too. But I want to eat, and then I have to go to the pet store because the girls need stuff, and then I have to go grocery shopping, and then I'm gonna come back, I'm gonna get dressed, and then I'm gonna keep reading until I go out later with my mom. I did want to go to the library because I'm supposed to be buddy reading Changeling by Victor Lavelle with Yanni. I buddy read House of Hunger with Yanni, and it was a success. I like buddy reading with her. The whole just came up, so I now have the audiobook for the Changeling, so I'm probably gonna listen to that while I'm running errands. And even though this isn't on my TBR, and I don't think it's considered fantasy. I think it's like horror, thriller-esque. I think I'm gonna add this into the 24-hour readathon because that way I'll still be reading and I can get my time up in lieu of me going to a couple of stores and stuff like that. So I'm gonna add in the changeling. We're gonna mix it up a little bit while I'm running errands, and then I'll come back, get dressed, and do some more reading. So far it's going pretty good. Right now it's 12:30, so I'm gonna eat and I will see you guys in the next clip. Bye. Alright y'all, so I just got back from running some errands. Mainly was just getting Doll some litter, and I got Pebs another light. I got her this one because I keep buying lights, and for some reason, why isn't this focusing? And for some reason they just keep going out, so I'm hoping that this one actually works so she can sunbathe. So for this week, I'm going to show you guys on the screen now what I'm making for this week. Got everything I needed. This is going to be my first time trying these. I've had the Beyond burgers before from this brand, but not their sausages, so we're going to see what they're talking about. I also got this tea. I've never seen this tea before, but it intrigued me, so I'm gonna need to try that one out. And I got this tea, which I've had before. I really like it, and turmeric's always good for you. Protein chips, because you know I'm trying to do good. I've just been not buying chips. The only chips that I get are the ones that are in small bags. This is $9. I don't want to talk about it. No, I don't want to talk about it, please. I also got little mini bags of chips because I still love chips, but I just told myself if I get chips, I'm gonna get the smaller bags. And I got an energy drink because whenever I get back from hanging out with my mom, I'm going to attempt to stay up as late as possible. I don't know why this is not focusing. Like, this camera, I swear, her attitude. But yeah, I got pink because, you know, pink. You know, I love pink. So I got that. Everything else I got is like ingredient stuff. I actually have to go back because I'm making breakfast tacos and I didn't get tortillas. So I don't know how I did that. I saw this and I have their protein shakes. Okay, this is not going to focus because there's frost on it, I guess. But I got this, which is just ice cream. This was $6. I do not want to talk about it. No, I don't want to talk about it. But it's just Fairlife. This is, I have, okay, so this can focus. But I have this, their protein shakes. So I wanted to try their ice cream. Literally $6. That's everything that I've got. And then I have to go back because I forgot tortillas. But that's it. Leaves. The leaves. Right. So I got the crab roll this time instead of the what I got last time. I got some fries on the side. My mom basically got the same thing that I got in the last vlog, which is just the Connecticut roll and the lobster bisque. So she's probably gonna just like dunk it in here. But that's it. Y'all. So I'm at the end of this book. I think, how many pages do I have left? Tell this angle, what? Okay, whatever. I'm on 285, so I have 40 pages left. Yeah, I have 40 pages left. I think a plot twist is about to happen, and I think I know what it is. So I think a plot twist is about to happen, and I think I know what it is, but I'm not 100% sure. But I'm thinking two things are going on, but I'm not 100% sure. And if so, it's really bad for her. It's really bad for her if it's what I think it is. I literally have like 40 pages left, but I think I figured something out. I think I figured two things out, actually. The tables have turned. It's bad. Oh, but then the sex scene happened with all of them together, and it was different because I've read books that had polygamy in it before and reverse harems and stuff like that. It was never like a jealousy thing, but with these three guys, it kind of was like a competition / jealousy thing during their little sescapade. So that was different. It was interesting. I don't know which one I prefer, but it was good. it was realistic too. Another thing that I like about this book is like the sex scenes are very realistic. It's not all like everything's perfect and everything's sexy and everything's like, there's a lot of like awkward moments that are very realistic. Like it's definitely very realistic. Like at one part it was like he like ripped off her dress and pulled it like over her head, but her earring got caught in the dress, and so like he ripped her earring out by accident. And it's like those things happen in sex. I wish books did that more, because they just make everything seem so like perfect and beautiful and magical, and it's not always like that. But yeah, I'm gonna finish this, almost done, and I'll probably read some more of The Changeling, because I feel like if I start another book right now, I'm not gonna pay attention to it or I'm gonna fall asleep. So I'm gonna finish this and then I'll check in with you guys once I'm done. I hope I'm wrong about these plot twists. I don't even know. Oh my god. Y'all, so I think I was wrong about one of the plot twists, but I guessed the other two, and I knew from the beginning, because they just kept hinting at the fact that I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not gonna say anything. Y'all need to read this book. I just love a good wham bam thank you ma'am plot twist in the last like 20-30 pages. I love that. Just cram every plot twist you can possibly cram in the end. Like, still don't know if I was right about one of them, but I think I was wrong about one, but I was right about the other two. So goodbye. I want to finish this book. I got 20 pages left. So I'll talk to y'all after. Oh, wait, I guess one of the plot twists, this is like right in my face. All right, so I guess one of the plot twists, but I didn't guess the other one. The other shoe just dropped. Wow. It's all coming together. Okay, I gotta go. Bye. Don't chill. Let me update y'all. Okay, we got the bonnet on. It's nighttime. Okay, so it is currently, it feels so much later than this, but it's currently 8:50 p.m. and we are 10 hours and 34 minutes into the reading. I've finished one book, so I finished Crave, and I'm 30% into the Changeling. So let's start with Crave. Crave was great. I updated y'all the entire time. The plot twists at the end were my favorite type of plot twist, just back to back in the last 20 to 30 pages. It's my favorite thing. Just hit them with the wham bam thank you ma'am. You know, I just love a good whiplash from a plot twist. So she was great. I feel like it's a 4-star. I'm gonna roll with a 4-star. I really want to pick up the next one. Just realizing that all of the books that I pick are humongous. I don't know what I was thinking with that, but it's okay. I'm going to focus on reading The Changeling because I've already gotten a good chunk into it, 30% in, and things are starting to get creepy. She's saying things that are hinting at the fact that she does not think their child is their child. And that's where I'm at right now. I'm not tired, but that could change in the blink of the eye. So I would like to not get in the bed. I'm trying to stay away from the bed as much as possible. I think I'm gonna color or something like that. I know I have this little stack over here. So I think I'm gonna color and listen to this audiobook for a few hours. So we're trying to stay awake. I'm trying to stay out of my room, away from the bed. I don't want to fall into sleepy. I don't want to fall into sleepy. We need to get a few more hours in before tomorrow. Okay. All right. I don't know when I'm going to sleep. I don't know. But I'm going to stay up as long as I possibly can. So I'll see y'all in the next clip. Bye.
Looks like I lost my favorite times. See, you've been on the mind. I've been seeing great lights, got in such a great lights. Let me talk to you in straight line and keep a space for me. Give you what you need. I'm here on my knees, baby. Please believe, know that I'm no better. I'm just in the mood, so compromise. I know your effort, it ain't keeping you so far tonight. I'm for you, making sure I'm right for you. So far tonight. I'm for you, making sure I'm right for you. So far tonight. Looks like I fell too.
All right, y'all. Let me take my glasses off. So I have finished another book. We are 17 hours and 22 minutes into the readathon. I stayed up until, I want to say, yeah, I stayed up until midnight last night, and then I came in my room and laid in my bed, and I tried playing my Switch and listening to the audiobook. So I finished The Changeling, and it was a wild ride. Like, it was literally, it felt like it was just, I'll say it was very different from anything I've ever read. The ending was surprising and interesting. It was very unique in its writing. It was very creepy in its writing. But that book was only physically 431 pages, but listening to it on audiobook, it felt like an 800-page book. Like, it felt like it was never going to end. And like, when I had about 3 hours left of the audiobook, it was so rambly, and it felt like I was like literally losing my mind. I was like, please get to the point. Like, the way the plot and the direction of the entire book, I feel like could have been done in like 200 pages or 300 pages. But even 431 pages is not that long, but for some reason the audiobook felt twice as long. I don't know why, but yeah, we're 2 books down, and we still have, what, 6.5 hours left. So I'm going to start, overall I will give The Changeling, I want to say like a 3.7, because it was so unique in the writing, and it was very interesting. Everything about the book was interesting, but it felt too long. But then when I looked and saw that it was only 431 pages, I was really surprised, because Crave was 325 pages. So I mean, that book was long, but you know what I'm saying? Like, it just surprised me that it was not like a 600-page book, because it really felt like it. But I'll give it a 3.7. It was very creepy. Technology, race, New York setting was kind of tied into it, parenthood, motherhood, witches. Like, it was very interesting to me, and it kind of furthered my thing that I think about this all the time. Like, I'm someone that loves taking pictures of every single thing that I do, and when I get to the point that I have kids, I'm always debating of whether or not I'm going to post my children on social media, because as much as I love social media and I feel like I have a peaceful and healthy relationship with it, it low-key scares me when it comes to kids, because I just don't trust it 100%. I'm always just like eyebrow raise a little bit, and this book definitely touched on those topics in a way, and it kind of reasserted my, I guess, like, fear, me being skeptical about like children being online. I feel like it's just so weird to put kids online, but I can understand the excitement of showing everybody your child, because this is something that you literally created. I felt like I wanted to constantly show my niece when she was born. I have 2 nieces, but she was my first niece, and it just was like I wanted to take pictures of every single little thing she did. But so I understand that drive and want to do that, but the internet be scaring me sometimes, and I just be like, do I really want my child to be out here, you know? And that book definitely touched on those topics. But yeah, overall I'll give it like a 3.7 because it was very unique in itself, but I feel like it could have definitely been shorter. Maybe it was the writing style that made it feel so much longer than it actually was, but baby, I was through with her. I was ready to be done. So I read a romance book, I read a horror thriller audiobook. We're gonna tack back in to some more romance. So I think I'm gonna read this for a few hours. I've been doing 2-hour sprints, and then I'll get up and do stuff or whatever. So I think I'll read this for a couple hours, and then I have to run to the store because I forgot a couple of things, and I do have to meal prep today. So I want to try to finish up the 24-hour readathon and then get the cooking done. So we're gonna get into this bad boy, come back, and that's basically all that's on the agenda, is reading more of this and finishing up the readathon. Again, don't even know what this book is about, but there's this fine man on the cover, and that's all that needs to be known. We don't need to know nothing else, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna get into her, and I guess I will talk to you guys in the next clip.
I'm here on my knees, baby, please believe, know that I'm no better, I'm just in the mood, so compromise. I know your effort, it ain't keeping you so far tonight. I'm for you, making sure I'm right for you. So far tonight, I'm for you, making sure I'm
Let's chat. Yeah, let's chat. Here to update the vlog. Take the glasses out. So my little shit. So I got 100 pages in to Luca, and then I showered and got ready for the day. I'm starting to prep my food. We have about, let me see how many hours we got left. So we have about 4 hours and 15 minutes left of the readathon until we wrap everything up. Y'all looking a little crooked. I look a little crooked. But I read 100 pages into Luca. So let me tell y'all what this book is about. Basically, this book follows the main character. Her name is Ever, which I love. Ever is actually one of my, you know how you have the list for your future babies? Like, that's one of my future babies' names, okay? So I love that name. But it follows the main character. Her name is Ever, and she's basically restarting her life after being in a very abusive relationship. So she ends up moving back to her hometown with her best friend. Her name is Lyric, and she basically just restarted. She has her 2 kids. She has a younger one and a little bit of an older child, and she's, you know, working at a restaurant. And Lyric's brother actually went to jail for 8 years for killing her boyfriend, her ex-boyfriend. He don't play by his sister. Let's just say that. He don't play by his sister. He had a justified reason to do so. It wasn't like he just showed up. No, he had a justified reason to do so. So he's just now getting out of prison. His name is Luca, and they're going to pick him up, and he is like fine. Like 6'5", 280, just very fine, okay? Her family, I think Lyric's family is like well off. I haven't gotten enough into it, but both of the brothers, Luca seems well off, but I think he's kind of into like, he you know, he a boss, but he's an illegal boss, you know what I'm saying? So he's not really on the corner, but you know what I'm saying, he's slanging. Let me just say that, he's slanging. All right, I'm trying to think of how to say it. He's slanging from what I gather, and he's well off. His brother is well off. Lyric is a real estate agent, and that's basically what this book is about. They both just met, so they just met. We got a dual POV, so we got, you know, we got the single mom trope, we got the restarting life trope, we got best friends, we got, you know what I'm saying, yeah, it's good, it's going great. I'm enjoying it. However, I think because we're getting close to the end of this readathon, it's time to put down the thick books, okay? I have 4 hours left, and I could probably read a couple of novellas in that time and then wrap up with reading a little bit more of Luca. So I have these two, let me pull up my Kindle. Two novellas that I wanted to read. One of them I keep seeing on my Instagram feed. I don't know what neither one of these books is about. So this one is called Wicked Nights. No clue what it's about, but I've seen 2 or 3 people talking about it on Instagram, so I'm intrigued. You know, we're getting, you know, it's the end of October, we're getting close to the end of spooky season and rolling into family happy time, stuff like that. So I want to tap into this one because it is short. I think this one is like 120 pages, so I want to read this one. No clue what it's about. I ain't reading the synopsis, all right? When I read some more of it, I'll come and let y'all know what it's about, but I don't want to be spoiled. They be giving too much away in these synopsis. And the second book is The Castleton Sisters. I've never seen this book. I have not heard anyone talk about it, but it is like 90 pages, and the cover is definitely giving me spooky vibes, and I just want to embrace that a little bit more before we close out this season. My favorite holiday season. We hate to see you go, but it's okay. So those are the 2 books I'm going to focus on for the next like 4 hours, and then if I have any time left, then I'll read a little bit more of Luca, and then we'll come back and close out the vlog. So I will check in with you guys once I finish that, but for now it's just going to be me and Blossom for the next few hours, and we're gonna close this bad boy out. So I will see y'all in the next clip. Bye.
Certain songs, I know I said it before, but I feel like I'm in love. I can never let go. I feel that shit when both our hands hold. That shit that make these instrumentals. Certain songs, I know I said it before, but I feel like I'm in love. I told Vino I'm getting sick, huh? Sip on vino and then it hit more. Yeah. My baby holding me down while the shroom spinning around. Towel on my mouth and then she kissed
Lord, let me tell you, there is such a difference between doing 24-hour readathons the old way, which would be like 9 one day to 9 the next day, and doing like a full-blown 24 hours. What a difference. Wow, wow. But as you can see, we have made it to exactly 24 hours. And let's talk about the books that I read. So I finished both of the Kindle books. And the first one was Wicked, which was like a cute little short smutty book, which basically followed these 2 characters that were in their 30s, and they liked each other since they were teenagers, but they never pursued it because their siblings were best friends. So like her brother is best friends with her crush, and her best friend has a crush on her brother. It's all just like mixed up. So basically he didn't want to cross that line because she's his best friend's little sister. So he was not trying to cross that line. But once they got older, they were like, listen, who cares? So she ended up having this haunted house party on these grounds that were like cursed or whatever, and they ended up getting locked inside of a room together, and they spent like 2 or 3 days together in that room. So that's basically what that book follows. It was something short and sweet, something cute, smutty, you know, it wasn't too deep. The other book that I read was The Castleton Sisters, and that one was fun. Like, I haven't heard anyone talk about it, but it was really fun. So it basically followed these 3 sisters. 2 of them were twins. Their names are Isis, Mona, and Celine. So Celine and Isis are twins, and Mona is like the youngest sister. She ends up getting mixed up with somebody that is no good, and she ends up being unalived by said person, and now her sisters basically brought her back as a ghost, and they're trying to like seek revenge and justice in like how she was killed. I really enjoyed it. I love a good sibling trope. Anything that involves like sisters or siblings, I eat it up every time. I love it. So it was really cool to follow because it was big in magic, it was big in spells, they're all witches, and it was just cute. It was cute, it was short, and there was curses, and it just was fun. And the only thing that I didn't really like was like the way that the sister was killed. Kind of was just like murked and they just moved on. Like it literally was just like a casual killing, and I'm like, oh, okay, we just unaliving people so easily. Like, how, wow, amazing. But other than that, it was fun. And there was another trope that happened, but I can't say what it was because that's a spoiler. And I usually just speak freely about books. I don't really pay attention to if it's a spoiler or not, like unless it's like a big thing, and this is like something that's big, so I ain't gonna say what it was. But it was fun. If you want to read something spooky, something quick that follows like 3 witch sisters and their little coven, then I would highly suggest that one. I really enjoyed it. It was simple, easy, fun. So all in all, I read so much, and let me tell you, I never thought I would say this, but I am so sick of damn reading. Let me just be real with y'all. I am so sick of reading. Like 24 hours of reading. I don't know if I could do a 48-hour readathon with a timer, because them last like 10 hours were rough. I was just like, okay, like if I could have been able to go outside, I feel like it wouldn't have been so, it really wasn't bad, but like towards the end I wanted to be able to like go out and read. But it's so gloomy right now. It's really foggy, it's raining, which is usually the perfect reading weather, but for a 24-hour readathon sometimes you got to get outside as well. Couldn't do that. Right now it's raining. I was sick of reading. I was ready to wrap it up. The last hour I was like, please Jesus, like I'm ready to be done. So all in all, we read a physical book, which was Crave. I want to say it's a 4-star because I really enjoyed this. Yeah, so I'm gonna give Crave a 4-star. Then I listened to the audiobook of The Changeling, and I give that like a 3.75. It was long as hell. I think that's what was really dragging, was like how long that audiobook was. It felt like an eternity, but give it 3.75. And then we started Luca, about 100 or over 100 pages in, like 150 pages into this one. And then we read 2 Kindle books. So all in all, I read 4 books. I think it was a pretty successful readathon. I think next time that I do it, I would pick my TBR prior to, and I would pick books that are 300 pages or less, because the only book that really was like easy to fly through was this one, because it was very fast-paced. It was the first book that I read. It was very smutty. It was a great time. So I just flew through this, and I wasn't really paying attention to the time. But in the future, I think I'm going to make sure I grab books that are right around like 300 pages or less. This one was like 325, so it was like a perfect sweet spot, and just things that I can easily consume for the future. But all in all, I think it was pretty successful. I had a great time. This is my first time doing this with a timer, and there definitely is a big difference. Let me know if you guys are going to pick up any of these books, or if you've heard of any of these books. It's very funny to me how I was talking buku shit about really wanting to read fantasy books, and I didn't read any of the fantasy books that were on my TBR. I think because they just were so long, I was like, I just want to read something quick. You know what I'm saying? Like I got into the point where I was like, I wanted to read something quick. So I just really wasn't feeling like reading the fantasy books. So that's okay. We'll save them for a different time, a different video. If you made it to the end of this video, please leave a dolphin emoji in the comment section below if you made it to the end. Thank you guys so much for watching. Always remember, read a book, keep your life interesting, and I will see you next time. Bye.